Hello everyone, I am Kourosh Arfae Shahidi from Pattern Recognition Lab at Ferdowsi University of Mashhad. Welcome to this presentation about Kirchhoff's circuit laws, commonly referred to as KVL and KCL. Kirchhoff's laws are two fundamental principles in electrical circuit analysis that help maintain the core physical concept of conservation of charge and conservation of energy. Kirchhoff's voltage law, KVL. This law states that the sum of all electrical potential differences around any closed loop in a circuit is equal to zero. This implies that the total energy provided by voltage sources in the loop is exactly balanced by the energy consumed by the resistive elements. KVL is based on the principle of conservation of energy, ensuring that the energy is neither lost or created within a closed loop. Kirchhoff's current law, KCL. This law states that the total current entering a junction in an electrical circuit must equal the total current leaving the junction. In other words, no current is lost or gained at a node. KCL is based on the principle of conservation of electric charge, ensuring that the total charge remains constant in the circuit. In this video, I want to focus on KVL. Now let's point out three concepts related to KVL: voltage, conservation of energy, and statement of KVL. Voltage is a measure of potential energy difference across the element. This potential difference represents the work required to move charge through the element, and it's measured in volts. Conservation of energy. An electric field has the conservative property, namely the work in moving an electric charge around a closed path in the field is zero. In other words, as moving around a closed loop or circuit, you will end up back to where you started in the circuit and therefore back to the same initial potential with no loss of voltage around the loop. Kirchhoff's voltage law states that the above property in terms of voltages in a circuit. A statement of KVL. The algebraic sum of voltages around a closed path in an electric circuit is zero. The two key terms in the statement of KVL are closed path and algebraic sum of voltages. Now let's talk about closed path. A closed path in an electric circuit is any path that starts at some point in the circuit and returns to the point after traversing a number of components. A closed path can jump across several components or even across an open pair of terminals. In this picture, you can see three random paths in this circuit. For example, path 1 starts from this point and passes these two elements and then returns to a start point. Now, let's talk about algebraic sum of voltages. Now, suppose a unit positive charge is moved clockwise around the closed path. When the charge is moved from the higher potential terminal to the lower potential terminal of a component, it loses a potential energy equal to the voltage across the component. On the other hand, when a unit positive charge is moved from the lower potential terminal to the higher potential terminal of a component, it gains a potential energy equal to the voltage across the component. The losses and gains in the potential energy of a unit charge moving across the components in a closed path must be subtracted and added respectively to determine the net change in its potential energy. So, the resulting algebraic sum of the voltages in the closed path must be zero, since the work done in moving a charge through a closed path in an electric field is zero. So, how we write the KVL equation? We can apply KVL to a circuit in several different ways. One method that leads to fewer equation writing errors than others consists of moving mentally around the closed path in a clockwise direction and writing down directly the voltage of each element whose plus terminal is entered, and writing down the negative of every voltage first method the minus sign. So, if the direction of path is from plus to minus across a component, that voltage is added in the KVL equation. Or, if the direction of path is from minus to plus across a component, that voltage is subtracted in the KVL equation. At the end, the algebraic sum of the voltages in a closed path obtained by using the above convention is then equated to 0. For example, in this picture, the direction of path is from plus to minus in V1, V4, and V6, and from minus to plus in V2, V3, and V5. Therefore, the KVL equation becomes plus V1 minus V2 minus V3 plus V4 minus V5 and plus V6. Then the all is equal to 0. So let's solve one example. Choose three closed paths in the circuit below and write the KVL equation for them. This is the circuit. So how you can see in this picture, we select three closed circuit. Path 1, path 2, and path 3. So the path 1 and path 2 are clockwise and path 3 is anti-clockwise. As we learned, we can write a KVL equation for each path. For example, path 1. We first enter plus terminal for V1. So we write V1. For V7, first we enter minus terminal. So we write minus V7. For V8, we first enter minus terminal. So we write minus V8. For V6, we first enter plus terminal. So we write plus V6. For V5 is also the same. And for V3, we first enter minus terminal. So we write minus V3. And then all equals to 0. For path 2 and path 3, there are same. We can, for path 1, path 2, we can write plus V1 minus V2 plus V6 plus V5 and minus V3 equals to 0. For path 3, we can write minus V2 plus V8 plus V7 equals to 0. And this is the answer. At the end, does polarity of voltages matter? Since the actual polarity of voltages across the components in a circuit are not always known beforehand, they are usually assigned arbitrarily. If the assigned polarities match the actual polarities in a component, then the answer will be a positive voltage. If assigned polarities do not match the actual polarities, then the answer will be a negative voltage. As in the preceding example, it is not necessary, however, to go back and reassign polarities in such cases. The answer is left as a negative value. And for the last part, open circuit. A pair of terminals is said to be open circuit when there is an open gap between them, which represents an infinite resistance. Current through an open circuit pair of terminals is zero, except when an infinite voltage is applied across the terminal. The voltage across an open circuit is general, not zero. So, for example, calculate the voltage across the open circuit in figure below. Okay, we can write a KVL equation. The path is clockwise. If we start from this point, we first enter minus terminal of V1. So we write minus V1. For V2, first we enter plus terminal. So we can write plus V2. For V3 is minus. So we can write minus V3. And here we have two terminals that are open. So this pair of terminals are open circuit. So we write here plus VAC. And then here we write plus V4. And here we write minus V5. And then if we write the numbers, the VAC is equal to 12 volts. Thanks for your attention. Have a good time.